Welcome back. We're ready for the second game of OG versus Vega. As you're joining us in the middle of a series that will decide which one of these two teams will be moving forward and will be one of the two remaining teams to have a chance at the slot for the major. There are only 2 slots left remaining in the entire qualifiers. And of course, if you win the minor as well.
Yeah, if you win the minor. That's the long route, though.
That is a...
You'd rather just qualify here. Just qualify,
yeah.
lol.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket, see exactly where we're at. We had NiP and Secret qualify yesterday for the European region, and Vega is 1 game up versus OG. As we just saw, they crushed it. And Liquid versus Caban will be the series after that. There's no overlapping games today. For the regions, that is. We still might have some NA overlapping with EU, but we'll find that out when the time comes. And qualified teams. There's already so many of them. We had 4 regions before these two, before NA and EU. And here you go. Just in case you forgot. I mean, there's some, you know, we were expecting to see Virtus Pro there. Secret makes sense. NiP was one of the, you know, they did well. They did really well.
They did so well.
Yeah.
I think PPD is just one of those captains that adapts super fast to the meta, such as Puppy. But it is a hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
You have these captains with these fixed ideas that might work out well or might just backfire completely. And for OG so far, this Shadow Demon mid and stuff like that is definitely backfiring.
Yeah. While
for Navi and for Secret, for NIP, it's definitely working out.
Yeah, it really is. We had LGD, Eho, Keen also qualify. Aster therefore not qualifying, at least not for the major. And I think for South America as well, Infamous and Chaos were the 2 expected teams to make it. And Southeast Asia also kind of okay. I was not expecting TNC to do as bad as they did.
They definitely underperformed.
Yeah.
But SCA was definitely fun to watch. Like that
qualifier
really is a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath. They took CIS, everything that CIS has ever taught us about Dota, how it's supposed to be played, and they adopted it.
It's fight, fight, fight all the time.
Just fight. 50 kills, minute 20. If you're under that, you're disqualified. That's how it works.
So 3 more slots left, and 8 teams fighting for 2 of them. Quick math. We have 2 of them also with us right now, at least Vega versus OG. Vega 1 game up, as mentioned, and we can go into the draft of the second game and see if we're going to have another Cuddle guy. Cuddle and
hey, Dakota.
Hey, Dakota. Hope you're doing
I'm watching
good.
his Instagram posts all the time. He has a cute baby.
He has a nice dog, too.
Nice dog as well, yeah.
We have the draft. There you go. There is another. Okay. You know, it's so difficult. Oh, wait, that's me.
That's you. But nice try. I'm going to do that instead. Yeah. Here we go.
I am going to put it on the off lane.
Yeah, I think so. You should. I mean, it's going to be that Kotal plus something on the off lane. Now, my question is Vega going to ban out? All right, now they go with Lifestealer. What else is going to be there besides?
They thought the Juggernaut was a problem. They banned out the Juggernaut, at least this time around.
Lifestealer is another hero that does not care about Willow, the Wisp, not Dark Willow, as he has that built-in BKB, so he can deal with the Wisp and then with your team. He's also pretty strong on the lane. He might have problems versus CK if they go for CK. They go for Bane, second pick. All right, another hero that's really good versus Lifestealer.
Yeah.
So not really Keeper plus Bane, not really your best duo of supports, but I think it's Synderen that made it work.
Synderen makes everything work. What are you talking about?
Makes everything work, actually. Yeah, so it makes feeding work.
Tactical feeding.
Of course.
But when we saw him play Bane, he did actually do very well.
He did a ton. And
yeah, amazing.
You know what? Vega loves to pick that Timber. Now they have this Bane on the side of OG. Maybe they're expecting it and they just do the same thing Synd did. Just copy Synderen.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They tried copying Puppy, it didn't work. Obviously you go 1 level up, you copy the master himself, Synderen. The draft.
Just combine Synderen and Puppy into one.
I mean, Bane...
Possibly go wrong.
Bane used to be the best counter to Lifestealer when it comes to support position 5. and he still is very strong, so it does make sense to take that Bane. Vega banned out the Razor and the OD, so I'm definitely expecting a Kunkka or that Timber on mid.
Kunkka did great.
Kunkka did a lot. He did a ton, yeah.
Do you really want a Timber when there's a Bane? We saw how good the Bane was against the Timber in that Cindering game.
I don't know. I think it's fine. I think if you're OG though, you're ready to respond with Monkey. I think you forget about that Shadow Demon, and if they do go for these melee mids, that they most likely will because of their bans. You see the Razor and the OD. You just go and take that Monkey if they don't ban it.
You forget about the CK as well?
Oh yeah, CK is still... I mean, if you're Vega, are you really gonna ban it?
No. But they do have the Keeper of the Light. Oh, they are gonna ban it actually.
They ban it.
All right.
Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, exactly that. I was thinking the same. What? Well, we saw the Bristleback work really well with the Keeper of the Light as well.
Yeah, that's probably your second best option next to CK. There are some other heroes that benefit from that reduced cooldown, but I think Bristol is definitely the best after CK right now, or even better than CK.
That is your side.
That's my side, yeah.
That's your side.
I'm so lazy though.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna get that Shadow Shaman on the board.
We have got a couple of... We saw a couple of Shadow Shamans. Not too many in EU though.
Yep.
I think.
SCA and China, they love picking Shadow Shaman. They love to roll him as that position 4. However, this is gonna be your Shadow Shaman, position 5.
That means you want Elder Titan on that side, yeah?
Right here. Well, don't be rude to Elder Titan.
My bad.
Yeah, he's gonna be here. They go with Beast. Oh, look at Shadow Shaman and Knives. They're both keeping their hands up.
Cheering.
Yeah, they're cheering. They're cheering when they're together.
They are.
We have Beast with Kotl actually. Is that
that's not
good?
A great combo,
yeah,
is it?
That's not really the biggest combo.
Beast Bane? No. Beast mid?
I mean, I think it's Seb Beast. He loves that Beast, and I think it's gonna be the Kotl plus the Beast on the offlane. Now my question is, like,
Beast
how much
support? No.
Nah, I don't know how much Kotl plus Beast do together though. It's not like your best combination of heroes ever. Maybe, and Beast even got nerfed quite hard. The talents, the boar is not as strong.
Safe lane Beast and then offlane tri-lane?
I mean, perhaps, yeah. You put that Beast on the safe lane, you get like still a good combination with the Kotl, and then you get something that's gonna carry you through the game with on Thompson. Something like a Monkey, which is really good right now, honestly.
Not a Shadow Demon.
Not a Shadow Demon or a Sky, please.
No.
Oh, they go with Pugna. That's on your side.
I got him.
Got him.
You want a mid?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
You get that Pugna.
Yeah.
Pretty decent versus that Monkey if it gets picked.
Yeah, they did play it in mid when they were up against Kaban. They did lose that one though.
Oh, they go with the Drow Ranger. Alright. Oh, we're not gonna see Drow Ranger, it seems. Oh, we will. Someone else is.
Yeah, Drow Ranger was under someone and that person got kicked off. But well, hopefully Dragon Knight's not getting picked anytime soon. Where do you want... Oh, I guess safe lane actually is Radiant. No. Oh, what a roll.
Almost.
Got
clutch pick. Yeah, Drow on that safe lane. Definitely can work. We've seen Drow picked as your mid most of the time recently, though, as the hero is quite good at abusing these side camps around mid.
Yep.
Once you get that 6, you farm the Ancients so fast as well.
How does she do against Pugna?
I think you should be fine, though. The new Drow, she's alright versus anything, almost.
Yeah.
There are some heroes that crush her, like a Kunkka or something like that, but overall, she's been doing quite well. But every time we watch Drow, it's like some super talented player playing it on mid, and he just makes anything happen. We even saw Drow win versus OD.
Are you saying Thompson's not talented, Lizard?
No, I'm just saying he can do it, definitely. What do you mean? He's super talented.
Yeah. No, if anybody can do it well, it's him. The question is, I mean, it's again something that we're not really too used to seeing OG play, right? Is it really their strat?
It's definitely out there. It's different, and I'm liking it because of that.
Okay.
So, yeah, you have this kiting potential versus the Lifestealer. I think if you're Vega, you need something to get on top of that draw right now, as you have nothing so far. You have some good push from the Shadow Shaman, from the Pugna, but you need something that can get on top of that draw, and something that can ferry that Lifestealer as well. Some Uber for Nikes, that's what you need.
We've seen a couple of Bat Riders.
Here and there, yes.
Slardars, but...
Slardar would be alright.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Some Slardar,
Lifestealer, Slardar, Pugna Core?
Lifestealer.
Lifestealer. I mean, we'll
that's a new hero, Lifestealer. It would be cool to see. Slardar, though, however, with Nikes is really good.
Yeah.
And Bat as well would be alright this game. Bat versus Drow is really strong.
Puck would have been really nice
Puck
as well.
would have been, yeah, Puck would definitely be alright.
He got banned because of that.
It is mid-draw.
It is mid-draw, there's a face point. That's on your side. Yeah, put him mid.
Why is Void on my side if it's faceless?
Good point.
Void. It shouldn't be...
I got him.
Huh?
I forgot that he was having no face.
Yeah. So we're gonna put that faceless Void on the safe lane.
Yeah.
Yep, right there. And we're gonna put Drow on mid.
5 seconds
now you have this Chronosphere to set up for the Drow Ranger to hit, I suppose.
For the Will-O-Wisp as well. Will-O-Wisp to set up for the Chronosphere.
Yeah, not a whole lot of magic damage on their side. You have these auras from the Beast, from the Drow, to buff up the Void as well. I mean, it's alright. I'm not really sold on this draft of OG, to be honest. Even if you chrono a target that's not Pugna, you have that decrepit to save it.
Yeah.
And then you have no damage besides right click, right? And now they go with
Illuminate.
Kunkka. And now Illuminate. And now you go with Kunkka, so that Pugna is actually gonna be on offlane. This was a debate. They pick Kunkka, as we expected before, because of the Razor and the OD bans. And this Kunkka, I mean, we saw no one do well versus Kunkka mid on Drow, but honestly, Kunkka should win this lane. He should crush it. He should destroy it. He should win it so hard. This Drow is gonna be farming creeps in the jungle from minute 2, and not any creeps, the small camp.
That's
so
unfortunate.
But I don't know. It stops on. He might make it work.
He can make a lot of things work. He couldn't make Shadow Demon work, and we did see DM being so good on the Kunkka. Is that the wrong way around? Am I thinking?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. DM Kunkka again. Yeah.
He was amazing on Kunkka. He's playing it again. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to deliver the same kind of a game he did in that last match. If he does, he's going to win. And honestly, this draft on Vega, I'm liking it more. I'm going with Vega again.
I'll stick with you. Owen said game 2 was going the way of OG. You guys can't see it. It looks like a white note. But I actually wrote down his predictions because he wanted to get his predictions in and see if he had a chance to win anything. So he predicted OG to win game 2.
Yeah.
And I'm predicting Vega to win game 2 and therefore have a 2-0. According to Owen, it's going to a game 3. And yeah. I'm going to be enjoying the match regardless, I think, because I like the draft of OG a lot better than previous game. I mean, I guess I liked the draft of OG last game as well, but it didn't really work out the way I was hoping it would.
So you're going with Vega?
I am going with Vega.
Yep.
But I do want to say that I'm happy that OG stepped away from the Cartel Chen CK.
Honestly, if this was the first game, and I saw these drafts, I'd go with OG.
Yeah.
But after seeing that first game, I'm kind of still affected by it, and I'm going with Vega. But like, at least in this game you can play. If you are OG, you have the Void, you have the Drow, you have some right clickers. You're gonna be able to do something in that game. In that last match, they have 4 supports and 1 lonesome anti-mage. So.
Yeah, poor ILTW.
Yeah, this definitely does look better.
I do think that the ILTW this game also has a lot of pressure on him because he's the Void. He is the one to get all the Chronospheres. If he misses a Chrono...
It is. There is definitely a lot of pressure on him, but not nearly as much as in that last game. If you miss a Chrono, you still have Seb with Roar, you still have Jerax with the grip. You have a lot of control. That Thompson is going to get that Blink Dagger eventually. He's going to jump around, he's gonna be able to deal with the Nikes, maybe with a good silence or something. So overall, I definitely think OG can win this game.
Yeah.
And I'm slightly favoring, just slightly favoring Vega because of the way they played that last game and because of the fact that they're going to have Kunkka versus Drow mid.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a gotcha pick to have the Pugna not mid and be that a Kezu Pugna instead. We'll see how that's going to work out. For now, he's moving to the bottom lane by himself as there is a triple lane up top trying to secure those runes, and bottom lane Beastmasters supported by Kotl, so they'll share runes 2 for 2 by the looks of things. And No2 has to be careful here. They're taking a lot of harass, and he's not very heavy on those tangos, and you don't want to steal Seb's salve, you know, you want to take care of yourself, so be careful.
I mean, he has such a low health pool that he's gonna just eat one tango and be fine.
True that, true that. All right, so 2 for 2, 2-1-2 lanes for both sides. I guess no surprise really as it come down on lane. We do have the Beastmaster safe and the Void on the off lane. Void is supported by Bane. Is there any lane in particular that we should keep our eyes on, where there's maybe gonna be like where there's a mismatch or where there's a lot of action?
There's a mismatch on mid, I think. That Kunkka is gonna crush Drow if they don't help her. But at the same time, it's Thompson, so I expect a lot from him. I expect to see him somehow win this lane. I don't know how, but it's possible.
He'll make it happen.
When it comes to this bottom lane, we are gonna see actually a position 5 Elder Titan. So that's interesting. I think they should do quite fine on the side of Vega here as well.
Yeah, look at Seb. He's already dropping low, already forced to use his salve before the second mini mark, and he cancelled it with a spirit. That is some value from Paxu right there.
Yeah, and he's gonna get out, perhaps, by a stick and suicide. He can stick around a bit longer, but most likely gonna suicide very soon.
But that's big. Your goal here, if you are on the off lane, your goal is to burn through your enemy's mana, and so that they can't really feel safe on the lane anymore, right? Oh, Jarex, he might be the first one to go here. If there's another couple of hits coming in from Vega, one more ahead, maybe next time. Can't get at the tree.
Yeah, those boots were not enough.
No.
Bane is really fast early on, so he gets out anyway. 308 movement speed without boots. And he's just enfeebling.
Okay, he's got to be careful though. He's just got tangos.
He's gonna get level 2. He has 3 mangoes. That region is quite good on him. Should be fine.
Oh, I see his health taking up indeed.
How's mid? I mean, Drow has 6 CS versus 9-5 on Kunkka.
62, yeah.
Not doing horribly.
Not doing great, but not doing super bad yet. Nothing to worry about for now. No need for anybody to rotate yet. Perhaps when we see minute 5 roll around. I mean, Kotl Bane, who's gonna rotate? It's gotta be Jarex, but I mean, you got a Nightmare to set up for positioning.
Yeah, there isn't really a lot that they can do.
No.
I think you just play this lane, you play the lanes out the way they are. Kotl is very bad when it comes to rotations.
Yeah.
Bane is good, but when he has something to set up, but what is he setting up? A Drow that comes closer, perhaps, as you said, repositioning, but that's about it. He's doing quite well here, though.
Yep, we also do have, if you look at the last hits in the knives, it is Vega Squadron that is edging out ahead. It's not by a large margin, but they are edging out ahead right now on all the lanes. As we do have rotation from Shadow Shaman. I think he's gonna try to kill himself to a tier 2 tower, but he can't because Jarex is on his tail.
Yeah. He just has to run back.
First blood happens in mid. Thompson actually dying. Tip coming out from maybe next time as well.
Yeah, not looking great.
No.
Dying. I mean, I didn't expect to see a kill on mid. I expected Drow to suffer when it comes to CS, but I did not expect her to die. So that's kind of problematic.
Yeah, they did.
He's doubling the CS of Thompson, and he also killed him.
Yeah, that is.
But I mean, you're Thompson. You want TI. What do you care? Like, you have those millions. Once the government gives you back, and we're fine.
Yeah, Finland. Finland's quite heavy on the tax, right?
Yeah, I heard something about it.
Yeah. But as you say, I mean, he is still Thompson. He can recover. Well, how good can a Drow Ranger really recover? Like, what's Like, I'm not saying she's out of the game just yet, because she isn't, but let's say, yeah, what's her way back?
She can recover, definitely. She can farm Ancients really fast.
Yeah.
The problem is this Kunkka was catching anti-mage in that last game after the laning stage, and now, oh, good silence, good reactions by Topson, definitely.
Very nice.
It is a hard gank, though. Ganking Radiant mid from top is definitely difficult. They have those trees to hide in, and also there's a lot of vision,
yeah,
a lot of empty ground. So.
But Vega does have a lane that can gank. I mean, that Shadow Shaman, apparently it's free enough to not be top.
Tied, yeah, he's not tied with this Nikes, definitely.
No, the runes are gonna spawn. Looks like we're gonna have Vega Squadron get 3.
Yep.
1 for OG.
Pexu gonna get 2, but Pexu is actually, oh!
Ooh, the shackle, very long range with the open wounds there as well. He can't time walk away or to use that. And the Ether Shock to finish it off. Jarex is trying to get some extra hits out onto maybe next time, but he can't really stand against Madara all too long because he is kind of scary.
Avoid did die, but he's doing really well when it comes to CS. He's farming that lane fairly well. Has a slight edge over Nikes in the lane, as long as Rasta isn't around.
Yeah, Pexu is indeed also doing quite well for himself, getting the stun off there, just for some extra harassment on Seb. He is taking a beating here, but Kezu will help him out.
They have the Shrine to work with. So
another shackle. Jarex popped the mana, gets still killed off by maybe next time. Again, that Ether Shock level 2 doing work for him.
Honestly, like whatever happens in this lane, it's irrelevant, because if you look at mid, exactly at this Kunkka, he's sitting at 36 CS versus 20 of Topson. It's hard for this draw.
You know what?
He did get 6
to mind? The previous game, we did see a couple good crits from DM, right? And he killed supports in one go. The cores from OG are not necessarily, like, apart from Beastmaster.
Yeah, they're very squishy.
They're very squishy.
You can crit them down easily. And I would really like to see the same build again from DM, just that Shadow Blade as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Going for Phase Boost Shadow Blade. It just does so much. And I think they should block these Ancients too. Just prevent Topson from ever catching up. He has, what, 3 raid bans?
Yep. Building towards the fourth almost having it.
That's all
he's got, though.
He's gonna place a ward possibly somewhere around where he's farming in that jungle, and then he'll feel a bit safer, but this isn't great.
Look at that rotation. DM already drawing the line. They want to try and take out ILTW on his Void. The Hex comes out, the Shackle as well, the Stomp to follow it up, the Torrent as well. DM getting in position and right-clicking that guy down.
As well.
Jarex can't get a Brain Sap off. Of course, he has a double damage rune at that time as well.
And they're crushing.
They are crushing once again. It is a 5-0 in favor of Vega, and it's like they crush the lanes. This is, how many games have we seen of OG, even the games that they won, where they were just struggling on those lanes, and they are going to get a kill on Kezu though. That is at least something. Instantly a tip comes off from Seb, trying to keep morale high for his team, but it's just a Pugna.
Yeah, it's just an off-lane Pugna. It's a good kill though, definitely. Slows the push down a bit, relieves the pressure.
Oh, Shackle. Onto Jarex again, followed up by the Torrent. Roar comes out onto the Shadow Shaman. Seb coming in, trying to save the day. Jarex will get the last hit on maybe next time with the Stomp. Pexu, can he make it out? Yes, he can. He'll be okay.
That was a good stomp. Overall, I think maybe Vega is overplaying their hand right now.
A little bit too trigger happy. I mean, they're very close to making it through, and I guess, you know, you're going up against OG. You know that you are the underdog, and you're considered the underdog. So doing well in the lanes, you know, gets you a bit giddy.
Definitely, it got them a bit giddy. they are bloodthirsty. They see the heroes on OG. They see how underleveled and how underfarmed they are, and they definitely want to strike right now. And so they should, but maybe with the plan. Use it to block the Ancients. Use it to shut down Topson even further. Use it to take control of their side of the map and plan some deeper wars. Don't just go chasing one kill after another.
Hey, look at that. Or instantly countered, but the thought was there. Pexu did try. He gets the stomp off. Jarex is still chasing him down. He has got a Brain Sap available if he wants to.
Fine. No sleep. So.
No sleep. Didn't level it yet.
He tried blocking that. Yeah. It instantly got devoured by this sentry. And I think if you're doing that, commit as a team, smoke up, go in, get the pick off, and also block.
Is no Nightmare build on Bane, is that the right one?
That's the new build.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the new build.
No Nightmare until level 5?
I suppose that's the new build, and like before this patch, it used to be no Enfeeble, you're just getting second and third. I don't know. I mean,
Did the Enfeeble really do that much? Because Lifestealer is still looking good on the network.
It's different. Enfeeble is different now. It's status resistance, so it's not the damage any longer. But I think he can dispel it with rage. Like, I'm not certain. It seemed that way at least. So that's kind of, I don't know, weird.
He didn't used to be able to.
Yeah. But I mean, Bane, it's not about the sleep or the Enfeeble.
No.
As Grip goes through BKB and you have a solid catch versus that Nyx, I think. You have a lot of catch on the side of OG.
Yeah.
And there's multiple heroes that work really well together. If Thompson gets just that Blink Dagger, like one mobility item, there, he's building into it. Once he gets that, he's going to be able to kill anyone across the map.
He's going to have some backup as well. He's going to need it sooner rather than later as DM coming in. The Will-O-Wisp is there to keep him in position. The Roar as well. They throw everything in the kitchen sink on this Kunkka, but he is alive for the moment. The boat still having him stay alive for that extra bit longer, but he will still be brought down. 4 heroes off OG. And I mean, that...
He should have expected that bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drow was so far out on
forward.
her own, just attacking that tower. And he knew that she was baiting. He knew what was happening. he expected it, but at the same time, he kind of, he saw that good cleave. He thought, all right, I hit her with Tidebringer. She's like on 30% HP, I can go in. Instantly dies because of it. Well, instantly, it took them quite a long time to kill him, but they do take him down.
Yep. Compared to last game, this is a much better positioning for OG, even if they did kind of lose the lanes.
Yep.
They have a much better shot at fighting, at picking off heroes and getting kills and keeping that map control up. They got the vision from the Beastmaster helping out, of course, as well. And they don't only rely on ILTW because Thompson is not doing too bad anymore.
Yeah, they have these, like usually when you're watching at the draft, and besides tower push, team fight, whatever, you're looking what synergy you have between your heroes and how much you can do with only 2 heroes. They have many combinations that can get pickoffs, and because of that, I can see this draft working. You have this Beast plus Bane, they can basically kill off anyone across the map on their own. Perhaps not the Kunkka, but even the Kunkka will fall. Then you can use Jerax plus Thompson.
They want to fight, they've got a Chronosphere, they got it on the Shadow Shaman. In the meantime, there's a Roar onto that Nyx rather, Madara. Backing off, the Will-O-Wisp not catching anybody anymore, and now it looks like ILTW, he has to back out. Shadow Shaman will still fall, but can they catch more? They did commit an awful lot to try and get something going here. Of course,
might not be
back.
fortunate.
Oh, and Enfeeble is there. And if you have Enfeeble and you roar, how long do you roar?
Forever. It never ends.
It never ends. That's pretty OP if you ask me. Vega Squadron, they lost one. They did gather 4 people.
They used Chrono as well. They used Roar. They didn't use Grip, so with that Grip, perhaps you can... this is a really good rune on Jerax. So you have Invis on mid, then you're going to pressure with someone else. And if
in position for the Grip.
Exactly. And who's coming? Poor Shadow Shaman.
Oh, again? Oh, maybe next time. I mean, he is the sacrificial lamb. I don't think that Vega's too sad if,
he is their position 4. I think it's position 5, Peksu. He always plays 5, so this is your... Oh,
poor Shaman. They go on no-till first.
Yeah,
in the meantime, the Grip is indeed on Rasta with Thompson from the low ground. They should be enough to kill him off, and almost making it out alive with some help of Kezu, but still the only one to die.
Is Rasta again.
Yeah.
Grip was used. I mean, as we said, it is a position 4 Rasta, so they're satisfied with that. It's a good kill. Could have been worse for Vega, but they're still not in complete control after that great laning stage. And this is how we expect OG to play. We expect them to have these moments of brilliance in which they play really well, in which they bait you thinking that you have a free kill and then you just get countered.
Yeah.
This is what they're supposed to be doing. This is why they want TI. After all, they are a strong team.
Yeah.
But when you have a Shadow Demon mid like they did in that last game, you're just You're just useless.
Oh, Roar on the Shadow Shaman.
Again.
Again, Will-O-Wisp.
And the Kunkka as well.
Nightmared up. There's going to be some backup perhaps from Kezu trying to save his buddy. The life drain is there as well. Kunkka is fine. He has a haste rune and they did kill off.
They have the boat now.
No kill. Boat. Oh, and a cleave coming up. 2 for 1.
Yeah, that haste
and
rune
again,
there.
a Roar used, a Will-O-Wisp used. The silence is still there. Then you back up the Chrono. Up.
Perfect Chrono.
Yep, but that's just Kezu though, again.
No, it's a good kill.
Yeah, yeah.
They can turn it maybe into this push. Yeah, they're definitely happy.
All right. They're happy. I'm happy. It's again, but it's still, it feels like they use so much and they get, like they are not even getting this tower right now.
That's the thing. Like they use a lot.
Yeah.
But they're satisfied with going late, I think. And at the same time, they have a lot to use. You have the Roar, you have the Grip, you have the Chrono. Like there's so many big spells that you can toss on targets and get good pick-offs that you don't really care that much. He went Midas on the Void as well, so he's gonna scale quite well. I definitely do think it's gonna be very scary for Vega very soon.
Hex, Shackle as well. Is there enough damage to follow up? There is an Earth Splitter coming out. Doesn't actually hit ILTW though. Yeah. He's fine.
He's just fine.
Alright, so this game is being brought to even again. If it is going to late game, who has the upper hand?
I honestly believe OG does. I always value that Chrono super highly in the late game.
Another Fiend's Grip on DM. He does have a lot of help. I think the boat was there too. Stomp, looking for the kill on Thompson. Can Thompson make it out? He's looking for maybe getting a courier there, but nope. Roar is there. Trying to buy time for Thompson to stay alive. It's a Roar on Madara. It wore off and Thompson can still not make it out. Now the Shackle up on Seb. Again, prevented from running. No tail there with the Will-O-Wisp, trying to buy Seb some time to just leg it out, but he gets X-marked back into the Will-O-Wisp and back into the claws of Vega. The Will-O-Wisp not enough to keep him up.
Good skills there. Maybe they should be a bit more careful when it comes to these fights in which they don't have the Chrono. They had the Roar, sure, but they went on to the Kunkka, and he's the tankiest one right now, so it's very unlikely that you're gonna take him down before they respawn. Kezu sees Jarax there. Oh.
Ooh, he takes a lot of damage from that. He's getting torn to it as well. Yeah, that's a nice gold extra in the hands of DM, who is building towards his Sanj, by the looks of it.
Yeah. So he can get a halberd perhaps on that Kunkka this game. That's quite fine.
Is that the way to deal with...
yeah, you can use it on Void or on Draw. Yeah, he's going for the halberd. Yeah, it's definitely alright. They have the Decrepify. Decrepify one, halberd the other, easy game.
The right clicks are not gonna do much anymore if they get their wish. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All tier 1 towers on the side of OG are dead. There's still 2 tier 1 towers standing on the side of Vega. They're, I guess, as you mentioned, OG is kind of gearing towards late game. They're not really too pressured into making things happen.
Yeah, they aren't. I mean, you can use these big spells to get a pick off or two, I think. But they're definitely not feeling the pressure. I think Vega might. They have the Radiance build on Ix almost finished up. After this Radiance is up, perhaps they can look to fight. The only problem that I see with this Kunkka last pick, they didn't get that vessel for Nyx.
Oh, Chrono.
All right.
For Kezu. Kezu does not have anybody backing him up. He's the Illuminate actually doesn't kill him up. He's trying to teleport up, and he should be fine.
What did you do? Why didn't they? What?
No Nightmare, no Vision. I don't know. It was late. I think they wanted to have the Illuminate come in afterwards because they knew he was going to decrep himself. And
I thought they had Vision there. Bad RNG for OG though. For ILTW, he didn't have those bashes. Yeah, just a few bashes, not good enough. But that's huge. Chrono wasted.
Oh, hello.
X marks the spot. Are they gonna punish this? Madara is coming in.
Yeah, the Will-O-Wisp there to try and stop ILTW from dying, but the Will-O-Wisp already dead. And ILTW X-marked once again and should indeed fall here. Grip is here to try and help out. The X-mark
Roar on the back.
Didn't really work out. Roar. Yeah, no teleport out for Jerax, but he'll take that. His teammate lived. It's all good.
Yeah, so Roar used, Chrono used.
Yeah.
You can push if you are Vega right now.
I mean, it's only a Bane dead. How far can you push?
I mean, only a Bane dead, but no Chrono and no Roar. So
True.
you can perhaps at least pressure this area.
Yeah, at least
plant
get
some wards.
Yeah. I like those. And some extra control, extra vision. Seb's got his blink dagger done. He's gonna be ganked from behind, pincered, but maybe next time Kizu or Madara.
He has this blink dagger, but you have to use it. It's a passive blink dagger.
Seb. Seb is also the one to tip enemies, so he gets tipped in return. Vega is, I'm thinking Vega is having a good time. I think if we were in their team comms or in the room or something like that,
they're definitely
they
don't love killing Seb.
Yeah.
I can say that for sure.
You can feel
especially because he always aggressively tips and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when he baited Kezu on bottom, when Kezu died to the first Chrono, he instantly tipped him, so...
Don't you think that Seb has everybody muted at the start of the game, though? Because you know that you are going to tip people, and what kind of impact that can have.
I don't mute him.
I don't know.
I don't know. You could, I suppose, if it affects you. But then you're weak.
True.
You're basically saying that you're mentally weak. Yeah, that you can't deal with it. That means he won already.
I guess so.
If you're worrying about it, you're thinking about it. Like, you have him muted and you're thinking, did he tip me? Did he not? And then you're, he definitely tipped me. And then you're wasting even more time.
True. Well, Vega doesn't have him muted for sure. That's OG going for this Roche. They have got the Chrono up again, and the Roar, and the Will-O-Wisp. But I think Vega wants to try. They are positioned. They are ready, and OG knew that.
Yeah, they backed out.
Yep.
Probably smart.
Oh, no kill. Stuck with some wards.
That's a lot of wards around him, bro.
Can he get out?
Oh, good
got
luck with that.
helping him as well, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's a lot of gold, but that means that there's no Will-O-Wisp. He can buy back. It means Roche is a little bit safer for now.
Maybe they can be the ones that go for Roche. They don't have the wards.
The Spirit coming out. This is OG knowing that it's happening.
Well,
and that's a buyback, so he has to get out.
Now you back out. You're wasting a lot of time while Thompson is just chilling, so...
Yeah, the longer the game goes, the better it is for OG, I guess, as you said. So,
I mean...
Every time wasted
did get buffed.
Hmm?
Yeah, Kunkka did get buffed, so he's kind of stronger later when he gets that 25 and stuff, but overall I think OG...
Oh, Madara, what are you doing there, buddy?
Oh.
There's a Fiend script for him too, if he's not careful.
There's a silence.
Will-O-Wisp coming out as well. The Roar as well, that is on DM. The Fiend script as well, the Shackle holding ILTW in place. He can still get out, and DM didn't actually die in that duration. The Chrono coming out as well. Where is the damage? ILTW, he's just fountaining for that. They're just trying to delay the fight. The silence still coming out. DM still trying to dish out some damage. They can, though. Support for Seb right now as the first two fall in this long, drawn-out fight. Jerix, he's just trying to juke between all the damage coming out, and it is Kezu that is able to chase down Thompson and get that kill. In the meantime, Jerix is trying to keep the rest of Vega at bay while the rest of his team, and most of the ILTW is getting out. No, actually, ILTW is also not getting out. No-Tail is the one dying here. ILTW is trying to juke Kezu as well as the EM, but they got the X mark, the stomp as well. And that is...
I mean, this is just silly. Can I just say that Kezu is solo winning this game right now?
Yeah, that was the stupidest fight we've seen.
They have absolutely no magic damage on the side of OG. I mean, Illuminate is something, but you use the Chrono, the target that gets gone on, you use the Crepify on him, and that's it.
He was fine.
That's it. Like, you can't kill that target.
And it felt like it was such a weird fight. Because they just threw all their spells and thinking, you know, we have good team fight, maybe this works.
They had, but you have to catch Kezu. You have to catch Kezu with that Chrono. That's the only way you fight, honestly. That's it. Like, they realized that after that fight, they realized what they have to do. And they're going to be looking at some initiating items for some tools to jump on that Pugna. Because if you don't kill Kezu, you aren't killing anyone.
And they threw a lot on DM as well.
They did. They threw everything, but he got the crap fight like 3-4 times in the duration of that fight.
This is fine.
And what do you do then? You have Brain Sap? Good luck.
Yeah. It was an unfortunate fight for OG, even though normally in a situation like that, in a clumped up area like that, you would give OG the upper hand in a fight, but as you said, Kezu just...
you have to kill the Pugna. That's it.
Doing Pugna things, yeah.
usually in a game you have some burst damage, so the Pugna isn't able to just solo do whatever, you know.
So they just have to roar or fiend script Pugna, or silence him. They can silence him. There's a lot of ways to deal with the Pugna, actually.
Yep.
They just have to get the right positioning. And at the moment, there's a double damage rune on Madara's Life Stealer. He
just do it,
is having the Aegis as well. Just do it. Just silence
him. Just silence him. But it's hard. He has Utterlance, he has Force, he has mobility.
There's a lot of ways that Vega Squadron can help out KheZu's Pugna if he's in trouble. The smoke up to protect the backline now from Vega Squadron as they're just pushing high ground. ILTW is still in the dire jungle. The wards come out as well. There's level 2 wards, of course, from maybe next time. Illuminate delaying it. Oops.
And these wards are just gonna die.
Oh, the Torn.
Oh, they
gotta be careful with the boat as well. Coming out. There's the roar. It is on the Life Stealer, the Fiend's Grip there too. Where's that Pugna? He is there. Decrepify, number 1. There's still Will-O-Wisp, but they don't really seem to care about that. Look at the positioning from KheZu, perfectly done. Will-O-Wisp on cooldown, Roar on cooldown, Fiend's Grip on cooldown. The only thing they have is that Chronosphere, and not only now does ILTW teleport, he is ready to use that Chronosphere. He gets his BKB as well, and they have a pause.
Yeah, they're just gonna chill a bit.
You know, they have got this fight, and how are they gonna work around it? That is the question. I mean, even if this is not a technical, or rather, even if it's a technical pause.
You think it's a puppy pause, basically?
No. But regardless of what type of pause it is, you do talk about what can happen, right?
Of course. You're telling your Void, listen, there's only one guy, that's KheZu. He is the only one that exists in this game, and we need a chrono on him.
KheZu's got himself positioned quite nicely.
You can see how ILTW is trying to go around, trying to get the right angle to jump, but it's so very hard.
Yeah, earlier KheZu was of course on the top side of this lane. He moved a bit further back, knowing that there's no more pressure on the top lane from the Void, so he is the target.
Yeah,
Look at those
pings. Yeah, it's like
this Pugna guy. Is there anybody that can save the Pugna? That can be a Torn, but he has got a BKB, so there's that. Oh, KheZu
went in, actually.
He comes the Hex on time. Or maybe next time. The Shackle as well as the Earth Splitter. That is. He just went all in for that BKB, and he didn't pop it before he went in.
That's a bait. That was a bait.
That was so bait. But why didn't he pop his BKB before going in? He just bought that.
Yeah, because
greed. Because
you want to jump in.
Yeah. And then use it. It's like
Yeah, usually that's the way it works, but you always risk just being controlled by Rasta, and this is a full
that was a miss, KheZu. You got to do it again. There you go. Denied.
But I mean, if you are Vega, right now you're feeling so good. As long as KheZu, I love KheZu's build, by the way, as well. I believe he bought Blink Dagger. Yeah. So he has Atulance, Blink Dagger, and Force.
He's so movable.
Yeah, so full into mobility, and that's awesome. So very hard to catch him.
That's 8 to 19 in terms of kills, 10k gold in favor of Vega. I mean, after the laning stage, we did say, you know, Vega kind of won the lanes, but then OG kind of pulled it back, and it was, or rather, it looked even for a time. That is just a Roshan. One Roshan.
Yeah, I still think OG can take it. They just have to have a few good fights in which they do catch that Pugna.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy. I know he's very mobile. He's elusive.
OG can do it. I mean, we know that they're a strategical, strong team, so they can figure out the movement. At the same time, we have seen Vega today be
very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very conscious of everything happening on the map and knowing who to protect and where to be, and their positioning has been very crisp. And they're now also just taking out the last outer tower. There is a bit of a push coming up from topside on the top lane.
There's also this problem. Madara has that talent plus 20 evasion that you always take when you were going for Radiance, obviously, and like you need MKB as well. You have no burst for that Life Stealer. You need MKB on both the Void and the Drow.
Everything is up again. They got the Will-O-Wisp, the Roar, the Fiend's Grip.
I love how they just toss these wards. Like they don't even care about them. Just okay, Aegis is reclaimed.
ILTW, he's got to be careful there. He still doesn't have buyback.
Has BKB.
He has been found. He's going to have to use it. The smoke for the backlines, the Hex is there as well, but I think that was, Vega knows that if he doesn't pop his BKB, there is
he goes
people around it. Another X mark. Where is his BKB? Again, shackled. Now there's his BKB with the roar coming out. To interrupt that shackle. The Kezu is trying to get himself out. The chrono is just on Kezu. Is there anything that can help him, that can save him? There is not. They did kill off the Shadow Shaman and Kezu, and now it is time for OG to try and find if they can find more. The Fiend's Grip now on Madara with nobody to save Madara. Thompson getting the right clicks in, but it is not enough. The evasion is too much. Thompson, he is the one having to run for Madara. Madara does get the kill on Thompson, and they are now looking for Jarex. Can DM get that X mark? They don't have the vision anymore. There is a torrent coming out, and that is on the wrong place. And Jarex Bane is just a fine. I mean, it was a good fight for OG, I guess.
It was, definitely. I mean, you lose Thompson, but you got something out of it. You found a way to kill that Fagna. However, you didn't really manage to kill the Kanka or the Nikes.
They did use all their cooldown.
Yeah. So it is a good fight, but at the same time, not really.
Don't think Vega wants to do anything while they don't have an Aegis, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could see how they went back in that fight. They didn't really want to fight near the cliff.
Hello.
Bye, Jarex.
That's some rune greed for you. As that Vega takes them all. Yeah. Yeah, Jarex just wanted that one rune, but got killed for it. Oh, arcane rune. Kezu will take that. And they are gonna pressure. Aegis or not. They can just try and see what they can do.
I mean, that Nikes looked unkillable that last fight, so perhaps because of that they can just go in. He has Lincolns now as well, so he's not gonna get gripped. Well, they can break the Lincolns definitely, but it does become, it is a bit harder to roar him.
No Will-O-Wisp, no Chrono.
Oh, look at that, I love that as well. So they X-mark the Pugna, he jumps in, blasts, runs, gets marked back.
Yeah, move real fast that way, and there's another one. They can just take out the tier 3 tower and just keep on doing that. ILTW is in position.
In good position, actually.
Yep, and that is a dead Kezu. He has got buyback, and he'll use it straight up. He'll make sure he's coming back for the fight. He does have a long way to go, though, before he is back here. Seb getting X-marked, torrented as well. DM just looking to dish out some damage. He does get away.
Yeah, you bought back Kezu, though. But now that Kezu has is back, you don't have Chrono, you don't have Roar, you don't have Bane.
They don't have they do have Will-O-Wisp.
They do? That's something you can work with, definitely.
I'm not sure if that's enough, but you know, it's Silver Lighter. Oh, the silence coming. Even if you deal with Kezu, how are you going to deal with Madara's Lifestealer? The ward's coming out once again. Madara just slowing down Thompson. The Hex there as well, and that will mark the go signal for Madara to just try and get Thompson down, but the Force Staff is there to save his life.
Yeah, the boat.
And the Will-O-Wisp also used in that one. Backdoor protection active, and the Torrent up on 2. Very nicely from the EM. Seb, Nightmare to save his life. The Hex there, though, that is on ILTW, and he's taking a big beating right there. That's enough to take him down. He does have buyback, but he does not have Chrono, even if he does use it. Another lane of racks taken by Vega Squadron, and they do not give up. They go top. They want this. They want, if they win this game, if they take these racks, they are one step closer to make it to the major and knocking OG out. Silence, Shadow Shaman forced into safety. Madara is there. OG have to be really careful. They cannot afford to lose a team fight. They have to find that perfect fight outside their base.
I don't see what they're doing. I don't see what they can do, actually, because I don't see them itemizing properly either. They can outplay them all they want. The fact it remains, you're not going to be able to hit that Nikes. He has too much evasion on him. You don't have an MKB on Drow. Void, yeah, he can hit him every now and then, but it's not awesome.
Can they do, you know what we had yesterday when we saw Timbersaw against Bane, and the Timbersaw was the one that nobody could deal with and all that. Yep. Can the Bane just constantly control or try to control Madara, and then they kill the rest?
I mean, that's possible. Yeah, sure. They do have ways of canceling that grip. Yeah. You have X. That's like the best thing ever. Long range. You also have maybe next time with his Rasta. He should be fine with that.
Oh, Jared,
Lance and Blink, you can. Oh. I don't know. It's looking very hard for OG.
It really is.
I definitely did not expect them to be in this situation before the series.
Even after the laning stage, we kind of still... Oh, they're going up the high ground, looking for no-till, finding a no-till who's getting hexed up, and that is no Will-O-Wisp. He does have buyback available, might need to buy back to save his team, but there is no buyback for ILTW.
90 seconds, this is the lane. Like, how do you have this with these 3 heroes? Kotl has to buy back instantly. You have to do something.
There it is.
Yeah, he's gonna buy back, but they know Void
on Thompson. Oh, getting force staffed aggressively, has to use BKB to try and get himself out of there, but that BKB might just... Oh no, it's fine. He can blink himself out. There wasn't enough damage to keep him grounded there. The ward's being used on the tier 3 tower. Vega smelling a victory here. And Sev getting forced as a chicken back to the fountain. The Will-O-Wisp trying to keep Vega at bay, but Madara doesn't really seem to care that much. Just dives in. The rest of Vega Squadron do focus down those ranks. Madara back there as well, helping out his team, and that is Rax down. And no Chronosphere for another 40 seconds. There is a Roar, there is a Fiend's Grip, but where's that damage going to come from? Thompson does not have it yet. The Roar is there on the Shadow Shaman. The tier 3 towers, the tier 4 towers rather, dropping slowly but steadily. And with every ticking second, OG is one step closer to elimination.
15 seconds for Void. Maybe you
They have maybe one last hurrah, but they might have to do that one last hurrah without Jerax, because that Bane is not coming back for another 30 seconds. They cannot afford to wait for him. They have to go now. Vega Squadron, and they know that. They rather take it safe. Yeah. I don't blame them for that. There is also a Roshan up. They do send that Kunkka back just to get some regen back and come back with a bit of extra mana as well. Open wound slowing down Thompson. The Chronosphere is still available. ILTW again though, no BKB usage for him, and he gets hexed and shackled and taken down. That is game. There is no way that OG can take it, make it out of this one, and that is OG eliminated from the European qualifiers for the Stockholm Major. Woo!
Wow.
Vega Squadron on absolute fire.
Under an hour they handled OG in these 2 games.
Woo.
2 games, quick 2-0 for Vega. OD, what do you think about that? You didn't expect that, did you? You said you said 2-0 for didn't he say 2-0 for OG? He did, didn't he?
He did say 2-0 for OG. No points for Owen. We went for Vega this game, by the way. We get some points.
We get some points,
but,
indeed we do.
We are getting closer and closer to catching up with Owen. I think I already did.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
You messed up.
Ooh, but Vega Squadron.
I mean, let's be real. You could never... I don't know what just happened. Like, they just got crushed by Vega in those 2 games.
They did.
I mean, it's slightly an outdraft issue as well.
Sure.
Honestly, that Pugna, I mean, it's not even like they had a solid draft on the side of Vega. No doubt about it. They picked heroes according to their strengths. They had like their comfortable heroes. They were in their comfort zone.
They were.
But at the same time, you picked this Drow plus Void combination. With Beastmaster, you have nothing but pure right-click damage in that chrono. This Pugna just wins the game. Alone, he won the game.
That fight at the Radiant Ancient?
At the Shrine, right?
At the Shrine?
Yeah.
I think maybe at that point, if OG was focusing Kezu more and actually...
If they realized
that earlier, like that was the fight that they realized, wait a second, we got to deal with that Pugna. But if they had made that conclusion earlier and done something against it, then I think they had a way better shot. Like that game would have been looking a lot different, but it was too late by then. And I know, I must say though, ILTW, that BKB, when he went bottom and went for that chrono, when they realized they should have taken out Kezu, he should have BKB'd before he leaped in.
It's problematic because if you leap in and you BKB'd, and if he manages to get out, you can't chrono, you wasted BKB. And then you don't have the BKB.
But you have to, because if you leap in, there is a Shadow Shaman with an instant hex. There's no cast time point thing on there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they got slightly outplayed as well. But overall, I think it's draft in both of these games. Like, they just got outdrafted hard. Even this Kunkka versus Thompson Drow mid, we said, like, yeah, Thompson, he's great, he's talented, but 2 games in a row he's playing versus a Kunkka, and he's playing with heroes that don't really deal or do anything to him, so...
They did think that Pugna was going to be maybe mid.
Yeah.
So a little bit of...
outplay there, outdraft,
yeah. Whew. Whew, we can take a look at the brackets, see where that leaves us. There's no overlapping games today, so we can take our sweet time.
We see Synderen now, though.
We will see Synderen. We will see Synderen taking on Team Liquid, because it's going to be Liquid versus Caban. And Vega Squadron is going to wait for their opponent. One team of these 3 teams now remaining will make it to the major. There are 3 slots in total still for the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 11 major. And one of those is for Europe. One of those is for North America, which will happen, of course, later today. And one is from the winner of the minor. So, I think I'm not the only one that was thinking we were going to see an OG Liquid match later today.
Definitely. We were all expecting that.
With that series and with the way Liquid maybe played yesterday or got caught off guard by Secret, I think the next series should be another hype one as well. And
I mean, after this, I think Synderen can win.
Yeah, anything can happen. We do have to wait for the teams to be ready, though, because their scheduled time, I think, was 5, and they might be ready earlier already. But this series was so fast.
I mean, we expected it to maybe go fast, but in the different direction.
Yes.
We expected OG to win. Now, honestly, you know what? It's about the draft. Like, I'm kidding about Synd. Honestly, his team is doing well, and I think it's all about the drafts right now. And if they manage to, first and foremost, if Liquid continue doing what they have been doing in the last couple of days,
they're out.
I honestly think Caban can take it.
Yeah,
it's
a possibility for sure. It's going to be a very interesting match. I do know that the teams, even though their scheduled time was at 5. We don't have to wait until then, but they're not ready straight away. They should be ready in about half an hour. So we'll try to have that game the moment all players are ready. So stay tuned. We'll be back with Team Liquid versus Caban.